my name is Shawn Powell. I'm going to show you how to do actually what I consider how to do online business. I do one-up systems, y'all. I've been number one, number two in the world in every one of the one-ups I've ever done. My favorite by far is Exitus Elite. I have actually been with them since August 1st of 2016. So I'm working on my 7th year in a 9-year-old business. But maybe you are in EASY1UP, or maybe you're part of some other one-up system, Infinity Processing Systems, IPS, whatever you're going to call it, and you want to get some training, and you don't have to be obviously in Exitus Elite to do whatever I'm going to show you. So I'm going to be giving some training as well. So I thought that maybe starting right from the get-go, I was going to do something a little bit different. I enjoy these new backgrounds that they have got. This is for Microsoft, their browser itself. I can't think of the name. It's Explorer. I can't think of what it's called. I know I'm going to get killed for that, but yeah, I can't remember what it's called right now. But I thought it was really cool they had this. So I thought maybe sometimes while I was doing some training, I'd let this run in the background, potentially. And a lot of times I had my videos. Well, this time, if you get tired of watching me, you can watch the Addams Family sitting back here. So a little swap, switching some stuff up a little bit, y'all. I did restaurants for 26 years here in North Carolina. I was real successful in restaurants. The last place I worked at, I worked for 13 years. I was actually located on I-40, heading to the beach. So my spring and summer and fall, to be honest, out of all 3 of those seasons, was extremely busy. In the summertime, it got to the point that we literally had to have a sheriff come in and direct traffic because the stoplight wasn't good enough. And the traffic will go all the way up to 40 and start stopping 40 from people wanting to come, turn in, and go to our restaurant. The doors wouldn't even shut on this place. It would get hot. The AC could not catch up because of the doors staying open. That's really ridiculous how busy this restaurant was. But it's very, very popular. It was a Smithfield Chicken and Barbecue. We were the last one between here and the beach. So for about 60 miles that we were it, so everybody always came to ours before they made that long journey to the next one. So there I was, 13 years at this place, 26 years total. About 12 years after I'd been to this place, the owner, which is the one that hired me, got fired. And this man was married to this place. I will tell you when I say that, he hired me. I was working 65 hours a week at times, maybe 70 hours, but 65 hours a week on average. A lot of times he was there when I got there in the morning. He was there when I left. Now, he knew I was capable of running it, but this place was his baby, to be honest. His wife was telling him he needed to let go a little bit, but I don't think he really could. And Smithfield is really tight on their owners and management and everything like that, So we wound up, he was there a lot. His son-in-law actually came into the business with me, and me and him worked together. We were going to run the business and finally let him step away. That was really the plan. He was trying to get him an exit out. His son had never done restaurants before, but he's a really sharp guy. Caught on to it real quick. I felt like he had a lot to prove, so he did an excellent job. And me and him ran it together. And then one day out of the blue, they fired this man, Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward had about an 8th grade education, and I'm a math guy. When I tell you I'm really good at figuring stuff out, I'm really good at figuring things out. He's one of the best math men I've ever met. When it comes to doing inventory and stuff like this, man, he had his numbers down pat. He understood ratios, how to do this, to do this. And, if you ever do inventory for a whole restaurant and do it quickly and do a good job, it's not easy. So there was times where I would do it and then he would do it, and we had the exact same numbers within just $100 or a couple of hundred of each other, which we're guessing. And that was amazing. It just showed me the type of math capabilities this man had. He'd done restaurants his whole life, right? The thing that scared me was when he left, I was actually going to be the owner of the store, in the time to come. That's the reason I was there. And when he got fired, that possibility wasn't there anymore. Now, they wanted me to step up, and they had brought in his son-in-law quit after this, and I've totally got that. But I had no way out, right? And I didn't really have, it's not personal or anything. Mr. Ward told me to stay there. So I stayed. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is wrong. No matter how good I am, I will never be better than what Mr. Ward was for this place. This was his baby. This man would take and spend and give to the town like you wouldn't believe. If somebody passed away, you'd just be amazed what this man did for this town. He was an awesome owner. And I knew I could never be better than what he was. So whatever Smithfield was looking for, I knew I needed to start looking somewhere else, right? About the same time, my son got sick. He was probably, I guess, about 5 years old, somewhere like that. He had a lot of issues with bowel issues and stuff. He wound up getting sick, had to take him to the hospital, Chapel Hill. He was there for 6 days, and they had to run tubes down his nose into his stomach. He wasn't allowed to eat. All he had was liquids. There's nothing else he could have until he got his bowel issue straightened out and stuff like that, you know. And until this day, he still takes medication, y'all. But it was $11,000 worth of medical bills in a very, very short period of time. And not knowing what the future provided, it made me start looking, right? So I came home like everybody. I had no clue. You know, I was, 65 hours a week, single full-time dad. I didn't care about Facebook. A 40-some-year-old man, I just didn't. I didn't know anything about Facebook, right? So I went to YouTube. I was pretty comfortable with YouTube and started searching for online business and stuff like that. Went down the rabbit hole. Some old man was standing. Let me tell you, I'll tell you this. The couch was as far as back as my refrigerator. I don't know if you can see that or not. But he was way back. This was a tiny, frail man. And I was like, what is Grandpa talking about, right? But he said some things that were very interesting. And I was like, wow, well, he got me. I was curious, right? So I went down the rabbit hole, showed me the business. I was interested in it. For whatever reason, I could not find him. I didn't know enough about him. I was so green to online business that I wish I could have found him because I would have been tickled to death. His name was Chuck Bolle. And in the years to come, I actually wound up being #1 in the world, but he was the #1 spot for this business when I was actually doing it, right? And I even told him on the phone, I said, man, I wish I had known. I would have been tickled to death to have been underneath you. But I actually passed him to go #1 in the world in this business. It was June the 13th. It was my dad's birthday. I remember that. And from that on, I stayed #1. But what Chuck had said, a couple of things, I put in my back pocket. I took some notes and said, he said some really good things here. I like how he did this. I like how he did this. I didn't like him standing so far back, but he had a lot of really good things, right? I wasn't surprised he was #1. Let's put it that way in that business. So I wound up joining a guy. He was really slick. He was from Tennessee. Got free from a job in 2 years. The problem was his webpage and everything was really interesting, but he had moved on. He was no longer part of that business, and so he was doing other things. And I was interested in this one, right? So it was a $33 commissions. That's all it was. Give you some idea where I was at when I started. And it was $33 commissions. And so I was like, well, there's not much involved as far as, payment and stuff like that you have to get into the business. So I started off, and next thing you know, I was getting about 300 to 350 members a month into it. What I was using was a $4 stand and this old S3 phone that I had bought, $250 phone. And before long, I joined Power Elite Systems as well. This new business had Power Elite Systems as a back end and this little $33 business as the front end. Well, 300 to 350 members in, a lot of people were going diamond inside of Power Elite Systems, $50. I was getting 50 plus members a month into that with $20 payouts for every month residual. When I was doing that, but the $33 commissions, about 1 out of every 4 went active that signed up. So I was making probably about $4,000 with the front end, somewhere in the ballpark. Before long, I was making more money than what I was making at work. So May 7th of 2015, y'all, after 6 months of being in online business, they had set me down outside after they already fired the other guy, and they wanted me to start working more hours. Now, I'm already burnt out. I was tired of seeing that everybody left. It was me and another guy. If it weren't for the other guy, if I didn't like him, I don't even know if I could have hung around that long. But for me and him, we hung there together for about a year. And when they set me down and told me they wanted me to start working more hours, I was already making more money before I even showed up at work over the nighttime. The commissions I was making, stuff like that. And I was making about $50,000 a year, to be honest, y'all. So I had already come up pretty close to that between Power Elite Systems and this $33 business. So May 7th, y'all, I walked out of the restaurant business. Come home, I should have been scared to death. Honestly, I should have been scared to death. But I felt like God was telling me this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So I came home, and I even worked even harder. I put my head down, and for a month solid, I did not lift my head up. I mean, what I was doing at work for 65 hours, I was doing here. So really, for a while, I wasn't free. I was free from a job per se, but I was working at home. I was working my butt off at home, right? But the income was coming. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure I hadn't made a bad decision. I didn't know anything but restaurants. That's all I've done since I was 17 years old. So here I am sitting at home. One day, I finally fired the guy that cut my grass. Don't you understand that? I had a man who come up here and every week and would cut my grass. I had a lawnmower that was brand new that sat in the shop for 4 years, y'all. Didn't get no use out of it at all. I actually enjoy doing landscape. I enjoy cutting grass and stuff like that. I just didn't have the time. When you got a single, you're a single full-time dad and you got a little boy, every day off, we were going to Chuck E. Cheese. We were going to Fun Factory. We were going to Jungle Rapids. We were going swimming. We were going fishing. We were doing something. You know what I'm saying? Because my little boy's going to be small only once. I'm working so many hours. My days off, I cannot waste it cutting grass. So for me, I finally got the lawnmower. I got everything cleaned up, got it going, got the battery, new battery for it, got everything up and going. I got rid of the guy that used to cut my grass for me. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all. That day was the day when it set into me that I was finally free. My decision had worked, and I was able to start laying off a little bit. I was having money put in the bank. I start relaxing a little bit. I'm enjoying my freedom. While I was riding my riding lawnmower right up here, my son, he was embarrassed because I had a pair of cut-off shorts with strings hanging down. I had some kind of shirt, if I even had a shirt on. I think it was a tank top. I had cut the sides out of it, I had a towel that was soaking wet wrapped around my neck. I looked like it had a scarf, or something around my neck. And I remember I was singing 80s music as loud as I could be, wearing some sand. I looked ridiculous, right? But I'd done it on purpose. I was trying to embarrass my little boy. I was having fun. And after he went inside, he liked to be outside with me, cutting grass and stuff. But he came back inside. I was probably playing video games or something. And I kept taking deep breaths and looking at the sky. And I had to sit there and thought about, man, this is crazy. I don't remember the last time I looked at the sky. When you work so much in a restaurant that when you get there in the morning, the sun's really not up. When I left, the sun had already gone. And when I'm walking to my vehicle late at night, right, I could feel the heated brick against me. It was pure hitting the side of my body and my face while I was walking to my vehicle, because this brick building is what our building was. And you could feel where I missed the sunshine. I missed the day. There were so many days missed, like all these spring and summertime. I work so hard, I get raw in spots I can't even describe from walking so much. And then on top of that, y'all, if I sat down and ate, I didn't feel like getting back up because I was too tired. So I literally would stand up and eat in the back in the office. We didn't have a chair or anything there. You just had to stand there in front of a computer. But I had my food there, and that's what I would do. That would literally be my lunch break. And every day in the summertime was basically like that. When I got home and I was riding that lawnmower, it's the first time that freedom really clicked in. And I swear to y'all, man, I got choked up looking up at the sky, thinking about how beautiful the sky was and how I had been so long since I had actually seen the sky. Look at it that way, It was something that just hit me right then. I finished cutting the grass. I felt so happy and stuff like that. But let me tell you where freedom hit my little boy. See, he even though, I was free from a job, I was still working a lot from here at the house. I was doing a lot of videos, doing a lot of things like that. So maybe he didn't feel that as much. But let me tell you what I did do. A big part of me in online business is I wanted to be able to go eat with my little boy at school. I wanted to go to field trips, and I was missing all of them, y'all. I couldn't reposition my days just for a field trip at work necessarily and stuff like that. It messed up my whole week, if not 2 weeks, just to rearrange something because of the amount of hours I was working, right? So when I got free from the job, May 7th, I went and ate with my little boy. And from May 7th, I think it was to June the 10th, June 13th, something like that, y'all, until the last day of school, I ate with my little boy every day. I went there. I was the only dad, other than a sheriff, that walked around inside the place. There was no other guys, no other male figures in this place. Now, you might see a couple of moms that were school teachers that would come eat with their child, but that was it. And Adam and all his little buddies, they all love video games. If you ever seen my older videos, I've got these 2 big arcade games sitting right here beside me. I've rearranged the whole kitchen and breakfast area here, but that's what it used to be. So I knew arcade games, right? I knew new games. My son was big into it. So me being a single full-time dad, our house is 4,300 square foot. We had room. We had like, we got like 11 arcade games, 13 arcade games, the big ones, right? Sit down, stuff like that. It was amazing. So that was what a single dad does. Well, he's got a big old house, you know, first time me and my little boy, and he loved it. So he got the gaming part from me, got to admit that. But I raced motocross, and a lot of these kids were into dirt bikes and riding four-wheelers and stuff. So when I sat down with these kids, all the little boys that sit around my little boy, I was kind of like the cool dad, you know what I'm saying? And I was there every day, and they had really gotten used to me coming and sitting down with my little boy. But I'm going to tell you, when it sunk into my little boy, I was free. I remember I sat down beside him, and there was these little round little chairs, and metal chairs that swiveled, but it had a little pole and sit right here. And he sat right beside me, and he had his arm around my arm. His head was on my shoulder, and I could just tell that it meant the world to him that I was there. And he wouldn't even eat. And I literally had to tell my son, I said, son, please eat. Make sure you're eating, right? I actually have pictures. I don't plan on doing all this, but I actually have pictures of my little boy sitting there with his head against me because of how sweet it was and what it meant to me and what it meant to him. He is now almost 16 years old. He'll be 16 in a few months, right? And I've been home for more than half his life. From someone that worked from 65 hours a week with no end in sight, literally no end in sight, with the future I feel like it was going to get snatched out from underneath me because I knew Mr. Ward did a hell of a job as the owner. I could never do better than him. I can tell you that. And to see him have everything snatched out from him, I knew I couldn't do it. I had to go look in something else, y'all. But when I left May 7th, I knew God has pointed me in the right direction. I just need to put the work in. I need to find out how to do online business. Now, I know that was a big intro right from the get-go, y'all. I got that. Some of y'all don't know my story, but that's exactly where it happened, right? Now, when I first got in online business at $33 commissions, I hadn't seen myself big enough. I hadn't matured enough to really understand residual income and stuff like that. And there was a lady, even though I was #1 in the world, I was making enough money to pay the bills, you know, I was still, every month I had to start again. There's 300, 350 members a month I was putting in. I had to do it again next month and next month and next month. She was making about $7,500. And honestly, she was not as good a marketer. Not putting her down or anything. I just knew I was a better marketer, you know, in her. I knew I could do better. So what it taught me was the wrong business done right is still the wrong business. If you don't position yourself in a life-changing income business, you can't make life-changing income. That's basically what it amounts to when it comes to online business, right? So here I was sitting there. I left that business, #1 in the world, and went to another offer. And the guy I joined at that time, I think he made about $70,000 that month or something like that, between Power Lead Systems and another primary business. And I was like, well, maybe I'll get in the back, you know, pocket this cat here. And we ran. We were #1, #2 in the world in several different offers, right? Sometimes he would do a business I didn't want to do. Sometimes I'd do a business maybe he didn't want to do. It was fine. We ran parallel. He was a big star in the sense of online business, but we didn't do it the same way. We had the same qualities, but we did differently. He did paid advertising. He spent $10,000 to $15,000 a month on just paid advertising, where I myself was doing, I never spent a dime. I always did YouTube videos. I did Facebook. I was getting 60 to 100 plus leads a day for free with just Facebook, with just a phone, and me writing things that meant something to me. So I learned my way, he learned his way, and it's great, but we still had a lot of things in common. There's certain things that you've got to have to make online business. We both got in a business called Exitus Elite. It was August the 1st of 2016. He came in the exact same time we did, that I did. We released it the same time and started. I had about 4 videos already ready to put out, so I put out those old 4 videos on the same day, and I started hitting Facebook and hitting my list. I made over $40,000 in the first 30 days coming into Exitus Elite. But we didn't have the newest level, which is the G2000. We only had the $1,000 levels being the highest. There's the 100, 250, the 500, 1,000. When the G2000 came out, y'all, I had already been part of Exitus Elite. It's only been out next month is 2 years. Matter of fact, just a few days is 2 years in March. So in March of that year, I went to G2000 immediately. Y'all, within 19 minutes, I had already made my first $2,000 commission. So I started thinking, wow, this could really change a lot of things. This is really life-changing income. If you don't know what Exitus Elite is, y'all, it's a one-up system. You pay one person up to your sponsor at the highest level and the highest commission in other words, so you give the person up. It's that one person, and that commission itself has to be a pass-up. Well, I've done other one-up systems before. I was #1 in the world where I would put the first member in for you. So when you come in, let's say that you had your brother Jim or whoever, I would put somebody in for you, get you qualified, passed up to me, so that when you put your person in, whoever that was going to be, it would go to you and that person in a commission, so you wouldn't miss anything. Your people would stay your people. It'd be your commission. So I brought that along. I took Exitus Elite. So for the last, I guess, 7 years now, I've actually been, and a good deal of that time, I've been #1 in the world inside of inside of Exitus Elite. Now let me put this down. We're going to go over in here and start doing some serious training right here. Let me see. Let me just pull this up right here. This is one of the newest videos I've done recently. Matter of fact, a lot of times you watch my videos, I'll have them going in the background. I was in a Addams Family mood. I was a big Addams Family fan. So I'm going to show you what my timeline looks like, y'all. My timeline on Facebook is about proof, progress, welcome, congratulate, uplift. But what I want more than anything, y'all, and this is true, this is very, very true, and I learned this by a person named there's Buddy Ward. There's the man I was just talking about, my ex-Balls fan. What's the chances of that? But what we were talking about was, I want to brand me every step of the way, no matter what I'm doing. So let's say right here, these are emails that I've got. I typed in 1,000. Shawn, you received $1,000, right? Y'all, I've got years and years of making $1,000 commissions. Where now, out of the last 21 members, 17 of them were $2,000 commissions. So what used to be these ridiculous $1,000 commissions have now turned to $2,000 commissions. Out of those 21, 17 and 2,000, 2 were 1,000. So 19 of them out of the 21 were at least $1,000 commissions or higher. And the company itself, Exitus Elite, y'all, it's a beautiful pages right here. Matter of fact, this is one of the capture pages right here that we use. We've cracked the code to $1,000 commissions. And y'all, I'll tell you, the company itself's 9 years old. The best owner, Paul Stevenson, does an absolute incredible job. I talked to him yesterday. Jacob, his son, is actually in charge of support. His son has done the best support I've ever seen. I left businesses where I was #1 in the world because support wasn't there. They'd be there for me, but not for my downline. If they're not going to be there, I cannot do that business. So I literally had to leave, y'all. So I left businesses I was #1 in the world because of lack of support. Here, everything is quality. The pages are quality. If it says Exitus Elite or Paul Stevenson's name on it, it's quality, right? So I have always felt like right from day one, I knew I had gotten the right business. I was tired of getting the wrong owner in a business where I was making pretty good income, right? If I'm joining a business, I believed in the business, but to watch your owner run it to the ground, I was done. I was just tired of seeing it happen over and over again. So when I came to Exitus Elite, y'all, it felt like home. And a lot of the people I brought in were tired of seeing the exact same issues that I was seeing with other businesses, so they fit right in. So a lot of these members, if you go look at leaderboard right now, I might be at the top of the leaderboards, but you're seeing other people that are at the G2000, G1000 that have been there for 5, 6, 7 years because there really ain't nothing better, y'all. Once you pay the admin fee inside of Exitus Elite, which is to give you an idea, a $2,000 commission, the or 2000 G2000 level is $2,000, right? That you're going to make. It would only cost you $3.99 for the admin fee. So you're literally making 5 times the income off of one sale compared to the admin fee. And here's the beautiful thing. It's not a yearly membership. It's a one-time fee. So literally, once you pay the admin fee one time and you pay the sponsor, you're good to go forever. You don't have to worry about it no more. You're good for life, right? This is a 9-year-old business. Every time I talk to Paul Stevenson, the man is still excited about the business just like day one. He's got beautiful pages, things like that. It makes a big difference, in my opinion. It's feeling good about the system itself, understanding that you have got a great owner that's going to do a great job managing the business. And on top of that, something that Paul had that a lot of people don't have in other businesses, at which you'd be surprised, he was actually a marketer, so he understands. And when he's doing a webinar and things like that, he can actually tell you the answers because that's what he did. He understands this stuff. He did storefronts for 30 years also, But this is what he does, y'all. So you got the great owner right from the get-go. Now, let me show you a couple of things. My timeline has always got usually a picture of me and my girlfriend, me and my son. What do I want more than anything? This is where the training is really going to start kicking in, y'all, because I'm showing examples of this stuff. I want people to connect with me. Now, the higher the commission, I want you to understand this, $1,000, $2,000. 90% of the people that come in at Exitus Elite over the last 9 years come at the $1,000 higher level. I've never seen ratios like that. Now, unless you go down the road and give out $1,000, $2,000 to people you don't know, which I don't, and I don't think most people do, why would you expect your leads and your downline to do that? It's a simple mentality, right? It's understanding this, right? They might like something. You can show them the business, and this is what happens with paid advertising often. Paid advertising, some big leader will tell you, go do some paid advertising. They go there, use their sales phone, you'll brand them. They don't have a clue who you are. They went through your house, you weren't there. They left, you're going to try to catch them with an email, but here's the thing. You showed them Exitus Elite, so they're like, Exitus Elite's pretty interesting, but what are they going to do, y'all? YouTube's the second biggest search engine in the world. They're going to go somewhere like YouTube, and what they're going to find is someone like me that's got over 500 videos that believes in the business, that knows the owner, knows support, loves the business. You type in my name, Shawn Powell. Let me type this in. Show y'all. At Exitus Elite, y'all. Look at this. Shawn Powell, Exitus Elite. Let's see how much this is. Y'all, I can tell you this. You can scroll for the rest of this video, and it wouldn't even matter. It's going to be this one right here from 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 16 hours ago, 3 days ago, 1 month ago, 8 days ago, 7 months ago, 11 days, 1 month ago. I was hoping to find some of these. Oh, and let you know, when you see these other things, they use my name as a keyword because they know that basically I'm like carpet inside this Exitus Elite business. Here's one from 1 year ago. I'm hoping to show you some really old ones. This is 3 months, 3 months. Let me see, how long is this? This is 5 months. Y'all, I've got videos that go all the way back 3 weeks. Wow, I've put in a lot recently, haven't I? That's 1 year. Let me see if I can't find one good one from several years back. You'll see, understand what I'm trying to do. Wow, all these recent. 3 weeks, 9 months, 1 year. There's one from 1 year, 7, 9 months. Okay, you may have to just trust me. I got videos going back 6 years. That's what I'm trying to say. I was hoping to find one of the older ones. There you go. Here's one 4 years. Yeah, there's 4 years right here. Matter of fact, it's a different female species. I was dating somebody else back then, so give you some idea what this is or how far. Okay, here you go. Actually, that's 6 years ago. Okay, look at the change, y'all. First of all, this is me sitting at my kitchen table with that same S3 phone that I had right here, and a $4 stand I had bought from eBay sitting down at my kitchen table telling people what I thought. But you see how far back this goes. Exitus Elite 6 years ago. Actually, it goes a little bit further than that, y'all. But most of the time, it's a picture of me and my son. This is where I had to evolve from here. You understand what you're doing? You're applying action. You learn things, you evolve. So, you understand, comparing your email, hoping to catch somebody, to them finding somebody who believes in the business, there's a huge uphill battle in comparison, right? So even though they showed them that, more than likely they could probably go with someone like me who's got over 500 videos for a company that can learn to let go and just and tell them what it means. So a lot of times I get my sales when a big leader jumps into business and tells everybody to go buy paid advertising. Man, the amount of money I am making is ridiculous because the new eyes are put in searches. And my job now is to make sure I'm at YouTube putting my work in, which is like this video right now, right? So, even though I'm telling you this is for Exitus Elite, if you're doing EASY1UP, IPS, whatever, it will not matter. Okay, I know this video is a little long, but I'm trying to understand exactly where I came from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so please keep with this video. So, obviously, I'm putting the work in, right? Let me show you what my channel looks like at YouTube. And here's the thing, y'all. Y'all, a lot of times you think you got to get hung up on, oh, he's got to make this many views and blah, blah, blah to make money. Y'all, you don't. Let me show you this. This is 21 views, 48 views, 39 views, 32 views, 43 views. But here's the thing. If I let go, and I've got, how many people in the last 11 days? This is just videos alone. This is probably 200 people. Then I'm posting the same videos on Facebook. How many people does it take to connect with me and to join a business that 90% of the people come at the $1,000, $2,000 level. I made $6,000 in the last week and a half, right? I had done videos in a while. I had really done a lot of them. I had the last 6 days, but after that, I mean, there was a period of time where I pretty much took a vacation. So when I sit down and mash record, y'all, after about 2 hours worth of work, and which ain't, well, this not going to be this video this long, but I can make several videos. I'll upload them every couple of days. I can go. Matter of fact, when today's over, I'm going to the lake house and spending the next 4 or 5 days probably with my girlfriend at the lake house. Got a little boat out there and enjoy it. And all I got to do is upload these videos I have created in about a 2-hour time frame on Monday. I can go a week, if not a week and a half, without even doing any work. I've already done the work. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my objective. Now, if I upload videos every day, they will fight each other, and the keywords won't work as well. That's basically what I've learned. So what I'll do is my day 1, I'll go to YouTube. Day 2, I will go to Facebook, and let me show you that. Give you some idea what's going on. Okay, so there's Miss Ann. She's part of Exitus Elite. I think she likes love one of my pictures. I'll do a video like this one. I would post it here, the exact same thing. This is me sending $2,000 and like $2,200 to the bank in this video right here. Okay, this was 4 hours ago. I already got a couple of likes, a couple of comments, 4 comments right here. This was 16 hours ago. This is one of the videos, the same one. And then today, I more than likely will take this video and upload it to YouTube. I'm sorry, to Facebook, so that now they'd watch it. Now, the reason why I do this, the mentality behind this is YouTube is longevity. So, in other words, somebody could find me, they could watch a video from a year ago, 2 years ago. Facebook is short term, but I can make 150 to 300 views in a short period of time. This won't show me how many views it is anymore, but it's got 38 shares, it's got 11 comments, 23 likes and loves. It's probably got a decent amount of views. I would guess 300 plus views, right? So if you're looking at Facebook in short term, and it's not going to be around a year people are watching, it's going to be short term, but you get that pop, then I got longevity. That's the routine I stick with, and I understand what's the most important thing, y'all. More than anything, I want people to connect with me. If I had to choose between 100 leads of people coming through and looking and hitting my link, or if I had to choose between that or 30 people watching my video connecting with me, I would take the video every time, because they are connecting with me, and the ratios and the chances, because I believe in my business, is so high that they're going to wind up doing a business and a life-changing income that I'm positioned to make life-changing income in. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the routine itself. Now, let me show you a couple things I used to do right here, y'all. This is real important. Okay, WordPad can help you. It absolutely can. You can do a video. Go ahead and put your pictures up here. This is like Exitus Elite for 2020. I actually first did this probably about 2019. Updated this ever so often. And all I can do is just scroll up and say blah, blah, blah. This is about Exitus Elite. I want to make sure they connect with me right here. Exitus Elite is a complete training system and support. It's a very powerful one-up system. Most quality system I've ever seen for any one-up system. If I had to choose between one system to run with to make six-figure income, would be Exitus Elite, right? Then I showed some proofs of income, y'all. This was like 17,000. I literally show, you know, the wrong business done right. I talked about that earlier. This is me putting 321 members. It wasn't even the first 30 days in right there at that time. I'm talking about it wasn't even done. So I wound up getting more than that. It was just when that screenshot was taken. And so I, you know, and you can do this, y'all. This will work fine. Showing income proofs. This was in November, y'all. This is 2, 4, 6, 8,000. I actually made over 10,000. But my pages have Udemy in it also. It's free to sign up. You get 15% commissions. And I made like 1,700, 1,200 in November, and I think 1,700 in December. I was number 2, number 3 for those 2 months for Udemy, and I don't even do paid advertising, right? So that's what I want. I want to show the Udemy commission. So instead of hammering on another $2,000 commission, I just went ahead and showed this. So I want to show the income's coming in. That's why I did this for a reason. 40,000 in 30 days, right here. So I'm showing y'all exactly what I used to do right here, y'all. Even though I was number 1 in the world in press win cash, I was putting the first member in. Newbies on fire, y'all. Right here, I went to number 3 in the all-time, you know, on the leaderboards for that. And I started late in COVID. Happened the same week. You know, I started it, killed that business basically. So anyhow, just give you some idea where I was. The reason I'm showing you this, y'all, is WordPad can be really a good way for you to post some pictures, put everything together, and then run that way. Now, what I've started recently doing, because it's not duplicatable for my team to do that. Now, they could build their own WordPad, I grant you that, and that's great. But what I've started doing, y'all, is I would make pages for myself, right? Now, let me show you where all this list originated from. This is my 3-generation bonus training. I use Power Lead systems to make all my pages. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to brand myself every step of the way. So if I did an email for a brand new lead, there's going to be a picture of me and my little boy saying, hey, Jim, this is Shawn and my little boy Adam. We wanted to say thank you for coming through and check this out. But listen, y'all, I would even go further than that. I always try things. I've got what's called a Shawn Powell's Make a Swipe file. This is a place that people can go and post for free, a bunch of headlines, a bunch of ad bodies right here. I give training inside of here. I give Craigslist scripts. I give successful Facebook scripts for 6- and 7-figure earners that I personally know. Copy theirs and put it in here as well. I've got all sorts of Facebook notes, algorithm changes for 2022, things like that, giving examples of what I'm doing, how I'm teaching, all the thumbnails, how to brand you every step of the way, y'all. And then there's the ad work right here that I'm giving to my downline and to my team that they can use themselves. So when I have, commissions or whatever, they can go to my timeline or here and just copy this page and put it up there. Because this is something I've created, I'll give to my downline. If there's anything I've learned, y'all, you get by giving, period. And you want to stand out from other people. If everybody else is using that default page for it is EASY1UP, IPS, Exitus Elite, Power Lead system, it don't matter. You fill in the blank. Everybody's looking the same. Power Lead systems lets me brand me and makes me head and shoulders above everybody else. Why would somebody want to join me over them? Look at what I'm giving them, right? So if I'm going to do that, I can give that to a lead as well. And this is $2,000 commissions, y'all, coming in. So this is absolutely why I put this down here so people can have these proof of income as well, $2,000. Okay, so that's the Shawn Powell's Make a Swipe file. So if somebody joins me, they get over 50 videos inside of the 3-generation bonus training. I've got brand new pages I'm about to show you in just a second, y'all. As a matter of fact, Generation 2, Generation 3, I've got these are big videos where I literally, specific subjects and stuff like that. But up here at the top, these are short videos. They're like 5-minute long. I think I only got one that's 8 minutes. But it's talking about hang-ups. I've been traveling blind on my right eye, right? It was hard for me to sit down and mash record and let go. Even back in those videos where I showed you from 6 years ago, right? This one right here, am I still showing it? I ain't. Okay, you got the point though, right? The video where I was sitting there at my kitchen table earlier. I want y'all to understand how it was a lot of work for me to get over my hang-ups, to learn to let go so people can connect with me. But I wanted my freedom for me and my son more than I cared what anybody thought. And that's exactly what happened, y'all. So what I do now is I make pages for myself. Instead of using WordPad, I've got these pages. I've got my own team sales page right here. I created this. I wanted to match the quality of Exitus Elite. So I made a really good banner up here at the top. I gave these people someone to connect with. For the first minute and a half, I had me. We got a yacht, y'all, a 40-foot yacht. Matter of fact, I went and stayed there over the weekend. This is the 2 arcade games on the back I was talking about earlier. But I made $1,000 right here. I made another $1,000 right here in the process while I was editing this. So first minute and a half, I want to give these people someone to connect with. Even though capture pages are gorgeous and the VSL page, the video, the 6-minute video is a good video, there was no glue. There was no one to connect with, right? And that's the biggest part. The higher the commissions, the more people are going to want to know who you're joining, what they think about the business, are they going to be around, and by having a huge trail like I do at Exitus Elite at YouTube on my timeline, people know I'm not someone that jumps from business to business to business, then I become the sponsor that they were looking for. You understand what I'm saying, right? So because I got so much credibility and I believe in the business, I thought it'd be probably a really good idea to have someone like me at the very beginning to let these people connect. Because I made my own team sales page. Once I was done, I wound up giving it to my downline as well. Every link goes to them down here. That's their picture. This is your Exitus Elite affiliate. Hey, this is Miss Jamie. There's her phone number, her information, her email. There's on Facebook, if they got YouTube, a channel, whatever, I put that there. And there's your Udemy, so they can do just like I am and collect money for your downline. Because most of the time people are coming in, they're going to know how to get leads, right? And the very first thing is most of them's like, where am I going to buy traffic? well, you're supplying it for them. If you do not do that, they're going to go somewhere else. I assure you that. So you're just going to wind up missing it in the first place. And Udemy has been around for a long time, so it's going to do a great job like that. So I created my own pages. Again, I give this to my downline. I take the time to actually host it. This is Christian Chris who came in. He's our newest G2000 member. So if you came in today and decided to come in, I would put you underneath Christian. We're going to get Christian qualified. So every person he puts in will be his person in his commission. And then what I'm going to do is the next person that joins, I'm going to put them underneath you. We'll have your page built up just like this. And this is where duplication, and why is it so important? Yeah, I've been number 1, number 2 in the world in everything I've ever done in online business. So why would I not want to give my downline as much as I could by what I have learned? You get by giving in online business, period. So let's look at this page right here. This is what makes Exitus Elite great. Okay, so right here, y'all, I had made this page for myself to do in YouTube, so I can blow this up like this, and I say, you know, the best comp plan ever. We get to pick how I want to get paid. I would suggest creating something like this, but if you create it for yourself, make sure you get it where it's accessible to your downline. So in my 3-generation bonus training, not only do they get that, they have access to this. I've got 6 bonuses. This is 5. Me putting the first member in for you, I can't do that up here because on this page, because if most people that join the business don't want to do that, they're not going to give away the first person. You understand what I'm saying? Where I'm sacrificing to do that for my team as one of the gifts I give. Well, so I put 5 big bonuses, and then I tell you about the 6th one, which is me putting the first member in for you. This is my team sales page. It's Udemy at the bottom, showing some of the incomes that I've made from the company. This is our 3-generation bonus training. Then we have a private chat, y'all. I've got about 40 of the newest members in the G1000, G2000. Most of them are G2000 members. I actually called it G2000 private Facebook chat, actually. But here we got access to not just me. You're going to have other members, a bunch of them. Iman, Michael, I mean, it's just whoever. I got Jonathan. I've got, I mean, it's just so many. Michael's a big part. Matthew has been with me since February of 2015. These guys know the answers. I got Victor. He's number 1 in a business, or in a business right now. He's made $18,000 in just a few months in a $25 business. You got access to these people. It's not just me and you. You got people who are succeeding. Quincy actually makes better capture page videos than I do, to be honest. You got people who's been doing businesses since Amway days that are going to be accessible to you. So that's why I wanted that private chat. In my opinion, is as big as the actual. Well, you got Christian in there. You got Jamie, the lady I showed you earlier. But all this is as I'm saying, to me, it's just as big as, if not bigger than me putting your first member in for you. So that's a big one right here, y'all. Just it's more than just what you think. I can tell you that. I'll go down the road and I'll put out some text, things of that. Somebody asked me a question. Jamie asked me a question. I'll answer it for the entire chat. I'll put it in there. And then on top of that, I may even do a video. Yesterday's training video was basically on a question that Miss Jamie asked. The mega swipe file, y'all, I showed you that earlier. I can give that to my leads. You can do that the same thing. What makes Exitus Elite great? You even got this page here. It literally shows this exact same thing. And I even have another page, y'all. Matter of fact, let me show you this one. That's what makes Exitus Elite great. Let's see here. Let's go back one. And so we get the 3-generation. Now, here's another one right here. This is how to pay in Exitus Elite, y'all. Now, what this page is going to be right here is if somebody wanted to show them how to sign up, out of 100 people I put in, I'd say 10 to 15 of them get lost. They just do. Now, it's not a big number, but it's enough that it provides a gray area. Whatever business you're doing, you want to actually attack the gray areas itself and fix that problem. So what for me was, I'm going to make a video or I'm going to make a page so I can give to my downline. So if somebody's coming through and say, okay, number 1, step 1, y'all, is actually pay the admin fee. Let me go find. Okay, this is the page that has a lot of capture pages. Beautiful. Y'all see that one all the time. Here's some right here, and they're interactive just like I showed you earlier. So join now. They would go here. They would pick which level they want to go. Something else you need to do about Exitus Elite, y'all. If you came at the $1,000 level and you want to upgrade to the G2000, all you have to do is pay the difference between the admin fee, which is only $100, and then pay the package difference, which is $1,000 to your sponsor, and then you are upgraded. So you do not get punished for not jumping big in your business. Here's the only way they can hurt you, y'all. The only way. If you come at G100, this company has a 90% ratio of people going bigger than you in this business, by far, right? So what's going to happen is there's a good chance that your downline is going to jump higher than you. The most money you can make is $100. I would make $900 for them coming to G1000, or I would make $1,900 because you weren't big enough in your business and you only made that 100. The other 19s to override. So that's really the big thing. I would suggest G1000, G2000, and to be honest, that's what most people come in as. I think they get the importance of this. Nobody wants to lose. Secondly, all these 500, 250 to 100 to 1000, all this training comes with it. All the overrides that would come with it for your downline, you know, for their downline the exact same way if they come in small underneath and you come in big. So there's a lot of incentive for going big in this business, right? So you would click which one you want to pay for. G2000, it'd be $3.99, less than 1/5 of what one fee was going to be in the first place, and you're good to go. One commission. You fill out the information. You pay for the admin fee with debit, credit card, American Express, or Discover, and you are good to go for the admin fee part, right? Now, what you're going to go to now is going to be, once you fill that out, it's time to purchase the package. Now, what you would do is you would log in to Exitus Elite, and it's going to have a red button here. And if you didn't click the purchase products, it's on the left side of the page right here, and it's going to direct you to where we get to pick how I want to get paid. We get paid immediately. We always make 100% commissions. So this is what mine looks like. I get debit and credit card. I've got PayPal. I got Cash App. I got Western Union, and I got Google Pay. Now I put others for those because there's not an icon for them. There's a page full of icons for Zelle, Stripe, whatever. If you want to use it, you can use it. But also, if you wanted them to do money orders, or if you wanted them to do a cashier check, or if you wanted to do Walmart to Walmart, anything crazy, you can give options down there to try to give these people. You want to give as many options as you can because you don't want people to give up trying to pay you. Understand that, right? So in here, step 3 is going to be them picking one of these. Once they are done, they write, I paid with PayPal in this box right here, and you mash this green button. Once they have paid, and then we get a notification, I'll log in and say, okay, he paid me through PayPal. That's what he said he's going to do. There's $2,000 sitting there, and he put, yes, he paid me, and it unlocks them, and they're good to go. Y'all, it is that simple right here. As soon as they start, I tell people right from the get-go, go to the Getting Started Guide. It's an hour and 11-minute video of Paul Stevenson telling you about everything on the left side of the page. So when you go through there, he's going to tell you about what this does, this does. Go ahead and set up your merchant so that you can go ahead and start getting paid. Your links are already ready, and you know it tells you everything it needs to know. And this gets updated on a regular basis as well. And y'all, and then I tell you about our private chats, our private Facebook group. You know, with Exitus Elite, with Paul Stevenson and Jacob support, you know, the guys in charge of support is this. They're all part of this business, y'all. I want y'all to understand that when you stand out from everybody else, that's great, but you also want to give your downline those same tools. And if I've learned anything in the last, I say the last couple of years, even after I become successful, after I got free from the job, I've been free for going on 8 years now. May 7th of 2015, y'all. This is almost May. That's only 2 weeks away, or 20 days away, somewhere like that, y'all. Less than 20, so it's 7. There's 28 days. That's 5 and 7. Y'all, in 12 days, I've been free from a job for 8 years. Give you some idea, right? But I'm telling you, what I've learned more recently is you get by giving. And by trying to show everybody exactly what to do. And that's what this video is for. I don't care if you do EASY1UP. I don't care if you do IPS. I don't care. I'm giving you the example and answers exactly how to do this and how to do this business, y'all. Let me see. Let's go to grid view real quick. I'm going to show you some of the examples of what my timeline looks like. And so this is February. Okay, it's a pinned post up here. I pinned that recently. Here's some of my, there's one of my things right here. Exitus Elite. What makes Exitus Elite great? This is a video I done just recently. Let me see here. This is we got a 40-foot yacht, y'all. And I went there recently, just over the weekend. And while I stayed there, I did some cleaning up and stuff like that. It was only in the 50 degrees. And I showed pictures of what the inside of a yacht looks like, you know, right here. So I love it's an awesome boat for sure, right? So I've tried to incentivize people. And what you want to do, y'all, is show people what's going on in your life. Not just be, I'm guru guy. You don't want to be that person. I don't even care about the term guru. What to me a guru is someone that believes in the business, who's succeeding, and you think they're a guru, when to be honest, all they've done is get over their hang-ups, applied a lot of action, and learned answers, and they joined businesses that they believed in and learned to let go. That's what this whole video is. Apparently, nobody would ever script all the words I've said. You know that, right? I don't know how long this video is, but there's a lot of answers inside of here, y'all. So my timeline literally starts looking like, go back over here one more time. I'll show, let's go back to list view. And I'll be finished with this, y'all. Okay, so videos that I've done that's going to help me get views. It's also going to help the short term. I got YouTube that's going to help me with long term, right? Now, why am I doing YouTube? Because I got those people doing paid advertising that don't know any better, they're going to be looking someone, so they're going to go find somebody with a smiling face sitting at YouTube, and that's where I make a lot of my sales as well. But when they friend me on Facebook and they see, they can scroll down for years and see that I'm a man of my word, I'm still doing this business, then again, you want to become the person that you would want to be sponsored underneath yourself. And that's exactly what this is about right here, y'all. So let's scroll down just a little bit. I'll show you some of this. Just so y'all know, blah, blah, blah. Here's some training I do. So we got some training. This is me talking about failures and applying action are the two best teachers. I was actually at the yacht when I took that picture right here. This is the yacht pictures I was just showing you. Got 97, 98, 99. So with me, I always put a like them on stuff too. They always told me to do that when I first started. So I got 39 comments, I got 5 shares, and I got 100 views, or 100 likes and comments. Here's a picture of me and my little boy. The fascination of fire pits and the only way to eat marshmallows. Right here, y'all. There's a picture of my little boy with it on fire. This is 34, 35, 36, whatever, 36, 37 views. Another video right here, y'all. Here's one, me showing number 1 on the leaderboard for Exitus Elite, the G2000 sitting here. 32. Here's that video. Again, you'll see the same one a couple of times. For Valentine's Day, my girlfriend got me a new bicycle, right? So I got 47, 48, 49. So I was joking and cutting up into here a little bit, talking about this is all part of, let's see, nice, going down memory lane, but it's nice to contribute to the Don't Keep Shawn Fat Foundation as well. May start up the Let's Keep Shawn from Not Looking 50 as Long as Possible Foundation. So being funny. But this is me riding a bicycle, and this is me out and about that day. And this is my girlfriend. A $1,000 commission came in at this time. Another $1,000 commission. This is some pictures I took at the beach. But what has all this got to do with me, y'all? This was a memory. I made $1,000 that day, or $2,000 that day. But I look back in my memories. 4 years that day, I made $1,000, and on 6 years that day, I made another $1,000. So I want to show that. But most of the other time, there's another $1,000 commission that came in just a couple of days ago. This is me getting that bicycle on Valentine's Day for my girlfriend. This is me out and about with my girlfriend with another $1,000 came in. 17 of the last 21 members came in at the $2,000 level. It's right here. There's Christian Chris. He's our new G2000. Why I got 2 $1,000 commissions is because he paid one day where he was at in Romania. It took another day for him to free up the money from the bank to do that because how the bank restrictions are in some parts of the country. So he had to pay in 2 days, and that's exactly what that is, y'all. But you get to see what my timeline looks like, y'all. This is us at the Super Bowl party. Me and my girlfriend got everything cooked and everything. But almost everything, y'all, I put me and my girlfriend, me and my son, or just me, so I give these people someone to connect with. If you do everything I've just told y'all, the chances of you succeeding are really high. The problem is, if you're not positioned to make life-changing income, did you really get an online business to make very little money? I already told you what my routine is, y'all. When I'm done right here with this video, which is one of the longest ones I have done in a long time, I did a lot of things here. Didn't even know what I was going to do when I sit down, y'all, to be honest. So I hope y'all are really understanding getting this. It's real important. But I can make videos today, do 2 or 3 of short ones, and go for the next week, week and a half with a video to YouTube and then to Facebook, and then doing like that, like I was showing you in the routines. Set myself a routine. I can go to the lake house, get out in the sunshine, get a good tan, enjoy the boats, go to the beach, go to where the yacht's at like I did over the weekend, and just film a little bit or just show some pictures and let these people continue to connect with me. And that's it. I'm literally living my life, y'all. And it's so much better than working 65 hours a week with no end in sight. The most money I ever had sitting in the bank, y'all, was $15,000, the most money I ever had sitting in the bank. And to go from that to, you know, this was 16 days later, y'all. This is $52,000. I had gotten over $60,000 sitting in the bank because of Exitus Elite. We hadn't even had the G2000 out yet. I mean, this is life-changing income. And I wanted people to know this wasn't just years ago. This was $12,000 a month just a few months back. $12,000 a month, $8,350 in 2 weeks. This is over $10,000 in November of 2022. $40,000 in 30 days. You know, this is the reason I'm showing you all this stuff as well, because I want y'all to know that, you know, this stuff is real. All right, y'all. I hope I gave y'all all the information you need to know. You saw where I came from. You saw exactly why my purpose was when my little boy. But y'all, I can tell you this. I worked so many hours every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. My son couldn't even stay in his own house because there were 14-hour shifts. I worked 42 hours and 3 days long, over a 65-hour week. But I was just saying that's so many days. For literally half the week, my son couldn't even stay in his own house. It motivated me. And when he got sick and my boss man got fired, I knew I had to start looking. And online business just fit me. Now, you pick one way to get out to people and focus to that one way. Get over your hang-ups and learn to master that way of getting out to people. Get over your hang-ups. Learn to let go. Let these people connect with you. Brand you every step of the way. And you know that you get by giving. And be positioned in a business that you believe in to make life-changing income. And things can happen. And all you got to do then is just start putting the work in, y'all. That's really what this is about. Is putting the work in and letting these people connect with you. That's it. All right, y'all. If you are interested in joining Exitus Elite, y'all, the link is down below. If you're interested in Power Lead Systems, let me know. I might even have a link down there for you that as well. So you can make all these beautiful capture page sales pages, team sales pages, whatever you want to do. If you come into Exitus Elite and you want to be part of our team, you're more than welcome to. If you're an Exitus Elite already and like to use our Power Lead Systems, if you join my team, our team of sales, sure, we can do that. You understand what I'm saying? But I want y'all to understand I gave you the gold nuggets that you've been looking for, the glue that everybody's like, oh, I can't make this work. Well, I just told you every bit of it. And to understand, well, I've been number one, number two, I've been free from the job for 8 years. It's been life-changing. I have not spent a dime on any form of paid advertising. It's just not necessary. So that's how I roll. All right, y'all. Go ahead. Look down below. Click it. If you'd like to get in touch with me, contact me. It's my cell phone. I keep it with me all the time. We'll go ahead and put that first member in for you, get you hooked up, put you in our private chat, get you in the Facebook group, get you all the gifts and toys like I was talking about earlier. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Most of my videos are not this long. I promise you that. Be a lot of good training though in them. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I look forward to seeing you part of our team. Appreciate it.